Look, this is crazy. So they are set to file an appeal on the Mann Act. They say it's an old, outdated, racist act.
It is.
Mark Agnafilo, he's not playing. He's telling y'all exactly what Callie said earlier. Child, this is going to be interesting.
Look, I told you,
Very interesting.
as much as they want to say, my gut feeling still say Diddy walking out today. He will be firing up the grill on Friday.
You still think that?
Yes. I mean, why not let him out? They denied him a few times before. Now that he don't beat it, because look, they raided 3 mansions and all that just for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, and I know people can say it's a max up to 10 years per charge, but it's also probation on each charge. So you can get probation or whatever. But I think whatever it is, while they appeal or something, he'll be able to get out on bond today.
Well, we'll see.
And if he don't, it's gonna show us what's really going on in New York.
Well, it feels like
They butt hurt. The
no, no, no,
family.
no, I'm not talking about them. For
Oh,
Agnafilio, it sounds like he's ready to say, because they said what they're going to do on the appeal. He's ready to claim racist if they don't let him out.
yeah.
Oh boy, now it's going to be a mess. You know how that is when race gets involved. I mean, it is a statute that was, they call the act white slavery, and they call it that because,
Hey,
oh my gosh, my
no,
grandchildren,
I'll be good. I take
they,
that part.
because the white people, they said, used to use this law on black people. This is gonna be a mess. Mark Agnafilo, he's not backing down. I got my grandchildren here, y'all. It's a lot going on. We cannot get them to sit down for nothing. So I'm sorry, we got to work. I probably wouldn't have went on today. I babysit my grandchildren when my son is busy and his wife is at the doctor. So they're going to be all over the place. I hope they let us talk. I don't care if they come in. I'm just going to have to keep talking. But anyway, they're calling it a white slavery act. And now, if he does this, the race cards on the table, and I hope this don't turn into no OJ mess.
No, you know, I don't think it'll turn into all that. The
I
jury
hope not.
the jury has spoken. Okay, now we down to these little minor ass charges. Of course, nobody want to get him, but I'm just saying his record's clean. He should be fine. It should be no reason. Well, we got to hold him for the drugs.
Yeah,
Uh,
but Perry, they're very
he like to beat people. He need to stay in there while his appeal or what? Look, stop it. Stop crying. Stop crying and let the man go home. You a failure. You didn't do your job.
damn.
No, let's keep it real. Like, I mean, if he was
God
doing time
damn.
yesterday, they was all celebrating.
Yeah, I
All,
heard that. Yeah, I heard
all
that.
the content creators that's on that ride
Oh, let's talk about
celebrate.
some of the content creators.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm not trying to be messy. This is just
Oh no,
facts,
no,
okay?
no. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, because I'm there. I know exactly what happened. Well, you was there and you effing wrong. You wrong. Ain't no Rico. Let the man go home, and then
So,
now you go home. When you go home, now act like you happy about him being out because I
all right,
know you're hurting.
all
These
right,
people.
so uh they said they're waiting on the judge to enter. All right. So they're saying that there's a lot of content creators that thought Diddy was going to go away for life on Rico. A lot of them made up a lot of stories about Diddy. Okay. And I guess some of the bloggers feel that these blogs that were lying really put Diddy's case in jeopardy, and they're calling them out and they're going off on them. It's a mess. I don't want to be a part of that because I just that can get out of hand. That can get out of hand. I don't want to be a part of that. But y'all need to know these bloggers are going after each other, saying that, these two bloggers lied about everything. And I wouldn't I do you think they should respond, the people that was doing all the lying? They're calling them out, and they're calling them out bad.
I mean, I would say, I mean, at least come out and say that, all my sources over the time has been wrong. My opinion was wrong, and I'm sorry. So,
I'm scared. I don't do that. I don't say I told you so, or I don't go, nah, in your face. That's not my character. But they were after my husband. So you never know. When feelings start getting involved, no, I'm not going to do anything about it. But still, it can lead to bigger things. Just go on about your business. Hold your head up. No, you didn't lie, and go on about your business. We ain't got to start all this stuff with each other. It's kind of crazy. It is what it is.
oh yeah, no, I mean that part I don't
Let
worry
it
about.
go.
I just know that all this time, they want to act like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, you little dumb ninja. Just sit at home and do it. Look, I don't need to fly nowhere to get a lesson. Look, Diddy will be home by the 4th. Your ass will be home on the 4th, crying, making a video about how he paid off the jurors per your source. Just keep it real. Like, sometimes people don't believe everything you hear. Sometimes you got the, even if you got a CNI dog, you can't always trust him neither. So, you might want to get you one of those little canes, and if the dog says clear, you sort of find a way
Oh,
to
yeah.
move.
What about that? Somebody said that you were old fashioned. You're a Jerry. What they call you?
Geriatric.
Geriatrics. You don't know
Yeah,
what you're talking about. Do you want to respond, Perry? Because they did
no,
drag you.
I know. It's no need. See,
Okay.
because the part they leave off is I'm a geriatrics that don't need anything from them. It's, I've been where they at in my life. I grew up.
Yeah.
I'm here. They still trying to work on a retirement, our future.
How do you feel when people call us the geriatrics?
I laugh at it because we are older.
We are older.
And maybe I feel bad if we needed them. Right? But if I don't need them, I don't give a damn what they call me. You
I
know
don't
what I
really
mean?
care about. Yeah, I really don't care about it. It's true. I'm old.
I joke
We're
about it myself.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
hiding from nothing. It's not an insult. You're just saying the obvious. Look, I've been married 34 years. You damn right I'm old. I'm old, child. And these young people, y'all be wearing me out. Okay, y'all be wearing me out. And no, I really don't care about that. It's not an
I
insult at all. I
don't-
look at it as a badge of honor, because we had to go through some shit before we got to where we are in our life.
And to be honest with you, like right now, even I mean, you'd think that I just thought it to people. I was right. No, I don't need to say it, because I think we all knew it was up to the jury to make the decision.
Oh,
People,
somebody said you look good, girl. I can't hear this. Thank you, Neen.
the people on the other side that didn't agree with me, I respect their opinions for real. Like, I mean, I get it, but I just happen to be right on this one. But I like going back and forth because basically I've learned something from them too.
So
All the
we've
little
been.
fine print, all the words I normally don't have, like arson, kidnapping,
Oh my
things
God,
like this.
Perry.
Look at all those big words Perry learned.
You're a mess. I'm gonna read. So you're going around to other channels, listening to other DJ Academics. Is he there? He's there, right? I wonder if he'll mind if we played his stuff. Let's see.
I'm not sure DJ is there now.
Let's see. Come on, Act.
Um,
There are other bloggers that have been saying, "Don't send this man to prison for life," on some RICO charges that didn't make no damn sense. And so I think he's going to get, I don't know, maybe a
it's
couple months, a year. I don't think he's going home today.
well,
But
why?
if he,
Okay, well, I'm saying this right. Like
because you know, tell you why. You asked me why not, right?
okay, yeah, go ahead.
because the prosecution is extremely butthurt and their pride is in the way. They look foolish. They don't like to lose. They're trying to beat what's his name? Preet Bahara. This is a new Southern District, and they're trying to make their own way. But you don't start out with a case that has no business being a case.
But this is how they started out with an L. That's how they started out.
Let's listen to some of them cry. Let's go to Law and Crime. Hold
Yeah,
on.
it got to be something, and they should fire almost every attorney they brung on there during this damn lunch break. They wanted a moment, and I thought about this last night. I was like, "Well, damn, why would these people keep saying this?" Because I even watched one on what's on boy channel? He used to be with the Ghetto Boys, his channel.
Oh, Willie D.
Yeah, Willie D.
I like Willie D.
I know he had this turn on. He's cool. I like him. The attorney who's on there, but then I noticed they always try to stay in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Don't do that because they want to show that they're attorneys. They don't think like regular folks.
Thank you, Espar. She said, "Thank you both for your hard work throughout the trial. You made the time go back." That's sweet. That's really, really sweet. My girl, pound for pound, you two are what me and my wife want to be. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, we owe. Harry, how long do you think we're going to get married? And if one of us passes away, is the other one going?
I think so. I think we're a package deal at this point.
Let's go over to Law and Crime. They were crying.
Rice. You're the rice. I'm the gravy. You know. Yeah. No. And let me check these reports too to see.
I was never here more than 4 hours at a time on the average. And one thing I would say
is this the Punisher?
I came multiple days in a row, so I don't know what the criteria was to determine what.
That's the Punisher.
I don't have any reservations.
He probably
my grandkid.
It looked like he'd been crying.
So listen. No. They're talking. People are trying to encourage Diddy, and I don't think he's going to do this, but that's our kids. They're playing around. Oh my God. I'm glad I'm a grandmother and not a mother again. 2 kids, 2 years apart. They're saying that Diddy should sue Cassie for the money back.
He should.
I don't think he's going to do that. And then they're saying that he should sue the Lion blogger.
Yeah, he should do that too.
I don't think he's going to do that. You think he's going to do that?
He might not get to the Lion blogger.
And they're saying he should sue the person that started the gay rumors. That's what they're saying. I don't know. In my opinion, let bygones be bygones. We got what we wanted.
$30 million ain't bygone. I would have to go and try to get my money back.
You want to sue Cassie?
Don't you sue me for no money and then win and think if I get a chance, I'm not going to sue you back. And I love you, though.
Let's listen to the.
I see your ass in court. I see you in court.
Don't look. Let bygones be bygones. She probably already spent that money, some of it, on her family. That marriage is going to fall apart anyway. Diddy, stop with the drugs. Oops. Stop with the substances. Stop with the what else? The freak offs, and live your life. And I want everybody to know, pre this trial, which is what this trial is about, what he did in his bedroom and the life that he chose to lead and the substances he put in his body. Before that, maybe you guys don't remember, the ones that are younger, Diddy was breaking barriers that a lot of us didn't break. So I don't think that the other communities understand what he was like before this. I think he needs help.
Good
I
job.
think Cassie needs help.
Wrong foot.
So let's see what they're talking about. Now this is the most famous escort of all times. Let's see what he's talking about. It's a mess.
Did you reach out to the government? How did that work exactly?
So I did not want to testify. The government contacted me even way before the charges, just investigators. And I actually believe that.
Oh, okay. Perry, go on mute for a minute because you got the young ones. Let me, the Punisher's talking about being contacted by the government. Nobody wanted to testify. If you ask me, this is the doing of a bitter alcohol company. Diageo's behind all of this. You know, sometimes they say you got too high for your britches. Y'all ever heard that saying? They're all behind this. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't think Diddy should go on a revenge tour. Diageo, start your own. I don't think his reputation in the community is going to be tethered. A lot of people are saying no one's gonna want to be around him. He's done. They don't understand our culture. They don't understand our culture. He is not done. Do you guys remember before he went to prison, when he went to the get ice cream and a walk on the beach and everybody was following him? I don't think it's going to affect him. I think a lot of people in our culture, and listen, cultures are different. That's what we talk about on this channel. They're different. I don't know what it's like to be in another culture. I don't. I can only talk about the Black culture, and they don't know what it's like to be Black. They don't think like us because their world is different than our world. We can be friends and unite, but our cultures are different. And we look at this as Diddy slid low. This is the lowest he ever was in life with being an addict and having all these stupid freak offs. But when you're down, we pull you up. We don't throw you away. We pull you up. We ain't gonna throw you away. So that's how a lot of us feel. Then you've got the women who have been abused, that had to deal with DV. And they're really devastated right now. And they're devastated because he represented in their minds all men. But he's not all men. Your case is your case. That's why these groups that are supposed to be support groups, if they're not ran right, they could turn into mini mobs. When you tell yourself, I hate all men, no, you're thinking wrong. There's some men that you should hate, and then there's some that you should respect. There's some you need to hold them up when they're down. You know, this case involves so many things. It involved race, and it involved DV. It involved changing the laws behind our back. That's what I was more worried about. I never told you guys that Diddy wasn't innocent. I said they all played a part in it, including Cassie, and people don't want to hear that part, including Cassie. So, what do I think of Nancy Grace? Listen, Nancy Grace, I like Nancy Grace, but Nancy Grace is dangerous to the African American community. She's been caught lying before. I used to think she acted that way because she was a victim. When I found out she lied in her book, and it's about a boyfriend that she was dating, 3-4 months, and you're acting like this for the rest of your life. I think, and I said this before, that Nancy Grace has a tick, tick, boom in her head, and she doesn't step out of a situation and look at it for what it is, look at it for the Diddy case. She's looking at this wide lens, and she just wants to zero in. Do I think Nancy Grace is racist? I do not. I don't think she's racist, not at all. But I think she's got a tick, tick, boom. And I don't know where it came from. I thought it was because she was a victim before, but she's really not a victim like that. Her ex-boyfriend was the victim. So I don't know. I think she's dangerous. All these conspiracy theories, that's dangerous. She doesn't operate on facts. And then she tries to take people down.
Maybe she didn't get much attention. Maybe she didn't get much attention growing up or something. I mean, because, it's begging for attention. You just start lying, making up stuff. And then even when you tell a lie, people still overlook you. So you really start to exaggerate.
Well, she's dangerous because she showed that she's willing to judge an innocent man. And when you do that, when you can't see past your personal thoughts, you're dangerous.
Yeah.
She's a certified Karen. She's a certified Karen. She's dangerous. She's dangerous. And she gets all these conspiracy theories and she gets everybody riled up. I never, ever heard Nancy Grace talk about peace, talk about healing. Never.
So, and a lot of people, like, I don't know, a lot of people was affected by their choices. You know, Cassie, nobody condoned DV and stuff like that. But like, say this guy right here, what's his name, the Punisher or whatever? He was affected too. His wee don't even work no more, do it? That guy, is that him? So I'm just saying, but nobody's feeling sorry for him. And it probably would be working if he didn't have to go all night with Cassie.
I have a CNN update. Can you keep your eye on the main, please? It says, while the jury acquitted Sean Diddy Combs for most of the charges, it found him guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, each carrying a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. A closer look at this conviction. The 2 transport charges accuse Combs of transporting his then girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and Jane, as well as male escorts across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. One charge related to Ventura, whom Combs dated from 07 to 2018. The other involved Jane, who testified under a pseudonym and dated Combs from 2021 to 2024. Now I'm going to stop reading and add this to it. Jane, we know, has had her own ex-trafficking charges and have been accused of bringing women into an ex-trafficking ring. Her testimony was full of lies, and she is part of the lifestyle. She admitted herself. She said it on the stand. She's also currently home is being paid by Diddy. That's going to end real soon. And I don't even know why they would bring her involved. What? She also went to the Kanye West freak off. You know, she's dated 50 Cent. She's been linked to what's his name? Drake freak offs, Drake, Future. Oh my God, you guys, I'm going blank. Drake, Future, Kanye. It's 6 others. I've gone blank. I don't know. They're all high, rich African-American rappers. So anyway, but they're charging her. So Jane testified about company Combs to what she called hotel nights, where she engaged in encounters with a male entertainer, often in a hotel room with Combs present. Ventura testified about participating in similar encounters, which Combs referred to as freak-offs. Now, I'm stopping again. The problem with this is Jane's testimony needs to be thrown out because she lied, and Cassie told him thank you for honoring her. She was a girlfriend, not really a escort. So, huh? Here we go again. Huh? She was his girlfriend. She would set up the appointments with the dancers. So I'm confused on bringing them into it. Now, maybe if you want to do Punisher and all that, but they've said over and over again that they went on their own free will. So now you got them saying the opposite of what this law says. So it's really weird. So Jane's testimony should be thrown out. Cassie was a girlfriend and not an escort. Let me keep reading. Jane testified she and Combs had hotel nights, maybe May 21st or October 2023, and a variety of locals, including Los Angeles, New York, Miami, Turks and Caicos. Similarly, Ventura said freak-offs took place in some of those locations, as well as other cities, such as Atlanta and Vegas. Ventura testified some escorts participated in the freak-offs in multiple states. They were paid between $1,000 and $6,000 afterwards in cash provided by Combs, she said. Her testimony was bolstered by various records presented in court, including flight records, American Express charges, and hotel invoices. The jury also watched sexually explicit videos, footage of Ventura and Jane engaging in X acts with male escorts. The videos lined up with the dates of many flight records and hotel invoices, and the prosecution said the defense argued there wasn't sufficient evidence that the dancers and entertainers were paid for prostitution. Okay, that's another thing. That's another thing. So a loophole in this law, you would say they're not escorts, they're dancers that went across state lines and participated in dancing. What happened after that is their business. That's what most people say for this law, okay? Here, CNN says, what a legal analyst said last week, trial attorney and legal analyst Misty Maris said that this about the two transportation charges that has been proven by leaps and bounds by prosecutors. It's very simple. Did individuals cross state lines with the intent to engage in prostitution? Maris said about the transportation counts. Now, listen, this is basically prostitution charges, and he's a first-time offender, if you want to look at him that way. I wouldn't send anybody up the river for 20 years for a first offense. Second of all, they could really, what do you call this? Appeal this. They plan to appeal it. They're going to appeal it. So if he does go back, we've got to go through the appeal. It's very important for the appeal because they call this the white slave law. Black people feel that this law is used strictly on us. And if you go back in time, it is. There's a whole list of famous people, including in our leadership, that this law could be charged with. And he happens to be 47. This will start a race war because it says, this is what it means. If you let 47 get away with it, you can go on to be president. But if you're African American, you have to spend time in jail. That's going to be the speech of African Americans, and they're going to be highly upset because 47, the leader of our country, charged with the same thing. So it's a lot. It's really a lot. And I don't think they're going to let him go home. I think the prosecution's ego's hurt. You should have never brought this case to trial to begin with, Miss Comey. You shouldn't have. It wasn't enough evidence. These are state charges. You would have been better off, but you wanted to boast and brag. You wanted everyone to watch. We're just as good as Preet Bharara, and we are known for our 98% conviction rate. You don't have that anymore, and you need to just bow out while you can. But if you guys try to send him up the river, this is going to enrage African Americans, and with just cause. 47 is free. 47 is the leader of the free world, and now Diddy has to go up the river. There's going to be protests. There's going to be pushback from the African Americans. Got to be fair. Why can't Diddy go on and be the leader of the free world? You want him to really sit behind bars 20 years. When one man becomes our leader, another man gets praised. That's Hugh Hefner. These are no different. These are no, you do one, you do us all. So this law is already called the white slave law because it's been known to be used against African American men. So we'll see what's going on. But the judge is very biased. He's a new judge. He doesn't want to piss off the prosecution because he has to work with these people. Also, he was around when 47 came in and fired 46 attorneys. Instead of doing what's right. He wants to fit in. He's a dark man. He's not African American. I don't know what he is, but he probably understands the African American man for flight in this country. He understands it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's very biased. I didn't like him from day one. He's what I call, a kisser. He's an AZZ kisser, and he just wants to be part of the team. But what you don't know, sir, is you will never be part of the team. Never. Listen, everybody, listen. Why would God made you the way you are? Why would I not want to be African American? He doesn't make mistakes. He didn't make a mistake with you either, sir. Don't be ashamed of your dark skin. Let's see what you guys are saying. No less than 20 sounds like you're all for DV, even though you were beat down. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Beat down. Don't know what you mean. No less than 20 years. If they do that, you can wish that. It's going to be appealed and it's going to start a race war. And let me tell you, people don't listen to me and Perry because we're older. I think that's the reason you should listen to us. We've been through this before with the OJ thing. It was so racially divided. It wasn't even funny.
So, basically to respond to that last one, we're not down with DV. Are you down with punishing someone for something they aren't being charged with?
Oh, Perry, those people are upset. They're hurt.
I know.
But let them go through their feelings.
Don't flip it. We ain't down with DV. But it sounds like you down for, putting somebody in prison for whatever reason you want to.
A lot of people are in their feelings, their emotions. It's an emotional day. Yes, I did cry. I tried not to, but I couldn't believe that I read not guilty. And it just overcame me because we were all set we were going to do the Karen Reed thing. We were going to get people together and we were going to advocate on Diddy's behalf because we didn't want to see him go to life. He needs rehab, not prison. Me and Perry cover a lot of cases on this channel, and there are things that people need to be in prison for. Unaliving your children. That's the next case we're going to pick up. Unaliving your children, unaliving people. There's a guy that just unalived his girlfriend on Facebook. That's the case we're going to do too. Those are life sentences. But sleeping with women and all the freaky stuff in your bedroom is your business. And if anybody thinks that we should allow them to say what we do in our bedroom, you're setting yourself up for failure. This is why I support the LGBTQIA community. What you do in your bedroom is your business. If Diddy was gay, that's his business. We can't do that. We can't be like, okay, y'all, what you do doggy 10 years. We can't start doing that.
I don't like the curtains in your living room. Look, that's the whole thing. I mean, people business are their business unless they're harming someone. Their fetishes or their religion and all that stuff is on them. Because you don't want nobody dictating what you do in your bedroom, what you do in your kitchen, or how you think.
Yeah.
So, let's keep it right there.
I mean, what you do, let's not start giving people reasons to lock you up for what you do in your bedroom. But anyway, Mark Agnifilo says that this law is racist and shouldn't be used. So let's see what happens. We're still taking a while. They're waiting. Let's see what CNN says. Oh, so I read that. That was 20 minutes ago. We've been waiting 20 minutes. They're going at it. They're going at it because the prosecutor's embarrassed. That's how they look at it. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I thought we were going to win this case. She didn't even look at Diddy as being a human. He was a status thing to her. If I can get him, one of the richest rappers in the world, not just the United States, then I'm going to have a good reputation and all that. That's why she went after him. You should really go after people because you want a promotion. You want to lock people up because you want a promotion. How sick is that? And you will stop at nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully some good news come out there for real today. Like, they're supposed to be back there going over whether
they call it what it is.
Give some bail or not, huh?
Oh my God.
So what? Oh,
look on my baby. She's been going through my jewelry. Look. She's been going through my jewelry. We got to babysit, y'all. I'm sorry. She goes through my jewelry. She goes through my wig. She came downstairs the other day. My wig on. What are you doing, baby? Okay, let us work.
I was wondering why I got quiet. They done ran down to you.
They've been throwing out my hair curlers. What is wrong? Yeah, you stay right there and be real quiet, okay? Oh my goodness. We got our hands full. Anyway, we're still waiting. Let's see what everybody else is saying. I don't listen to Nancy Grace. She's toxic. At any rate, I believe she encourages another blogger. What is she talking about? What's she talking about, Perry?
Oh, the other blogger be on her show.
For what?
Oh, because it's well.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Yeah, it's almost like okay.
Child, that's gotta be
get really ridiculous.
Special.
Let me get ridiculous, and then I'm a rest, and you get ridiculous. Then I come back again.
I know they're both. What do they call it? Some theorists, conspiracy theorists. That's crazy. You guys really want this man to get 10 years in prison for a racist Jim Crow law that is rarely even still used in today's world? Future victims, ? There were no past victims. These women consented. They consented because there's no doubt in my mind. What's her name? Jane is still doing freak offs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she had to leave court to go and do one. I got to be out there by Thursday. I got a King's night.
Okay, here we go. Update. Sean Combs' lawyers' 6-page letter asking for release today on bail has just been docket. Inner City Press story on it coming. U.S. Attorney's Office letter is not in the docket. Oh, so they're both supposed to be filed. They're probably still tweaking it and probably waiting. They probably took some things that Mark Agnifilo said in his 6-page letter, and they're going to respond to that. And they said before they left that they wanted to keep him locked up because of the substances. Mm-hmm. And he's violent. Now, number one, he has not been charged in a state court for being violent.
Mm-hmm. Hey, babe.
The jury didn't find him violent. What substances are you talking about? Are you still trying to say that he's lacing people's drinks? He's been locked up for at least a year. What are you talking about? It's very sad that this prosecutor will bend over backwards, do anything she has to do, cheat, lie, and steal, so she gets another African-American famous, wealthy man behind bars, and she will stop at nothing. She will stop at nothing. Let this man go home. There's no RICO. Let him go home. Why, if you hardly ever charge a white man with these charges? Like Callie said, this is a Jim Crow law that needs to be pulled out of the law book. It needs to be thrown away. Now, I don't know about you, Miss Comey, but Jim Crow was years ago, and even that's outlawed now. We're allowed to drink wherever water fountain we want to drink from. We're allowed to sit on the bus wherever we want to sit. You trying to take us back there? Oh my God! It's just like I said. Racism still exists in the United States. It's just hidden in our laws. They are defunding our schools. They are getting rid of free lunch for children because their parents needed help in the system. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. Cassie should have reported him to the police when it happened instead of cutting a deal. Oh, that's Callie. Thank you, Callie. I just clicked on it, which is another thing. She orchestrated by FaceTime in the. She is not who these people are trying to make her out to be. She's just not. She's just not. She's not a good girl. Cassie is a manipulator, and she's mad at Carisha, and she will say anything against Diddy. So you give this woman $30 million because she's a woman scorned? I would sue her, but that's up to Diddy. See what else you guys are saying. No, they only want to take Black women back. They do. The men get to move forward, and the women have to go back. Puffy was beaten and abusing these women. Puffy, they want to take women back. If we use this law, we will be taking everybody back. Everybody. Some bloggers blaming the jury. Hey, they need to blame Comey and the prosecution. They're going to say he paid off the jury. They're going to say, I can't believe this man is so dangerous. And they're going to say whatever they need to say. But let me tell you, it's not coming from their heart. It's not because they want to Puffy. They really want to see Puffy locked up for a good reason. This is about money for the prosecution. For the bloggers, it's about pride. For the prosecution, it's about pride. They don't want to lose. They're the Southern District of New York. But it all started from ego. She brought this case together from ego. It has nothing to do with what really happened. This should have been a state law for DV, and Diddy would be locked up right now for a very long time. But she wants a freak show. I heard this guy, and I listened to him. He's a white guy talking about how disgusting Diddy was, and how this man needs to be put behind bars, and he's just disgusting, he's done, he's this, he's that. And somebody in the chat said, can you name me one Diddy song? And he couldn't. They don't understand Diddy the way we understand Diddy. They don't know Diddy. You don't know one Diddy song, but you know he should be put away for life? It's crazy. It was personal for us. It wasn't for them. It's very personal for us. Let me go over to Diddy's to 50 Cent. Let's see what 50 Cent talk about, okay? Now that we know what we know, 50, about you and Daphne, if you keep coming for Diddy, you're going to sound foolish. Leave him alone. He says, let me put him up here. Leave him alone. Stop trolling. Leave him alone. He got your baby mama, but now he don't want her, and you don't want her either. Everybody's done with Daphne. She played herself. She got one more month for rent, and then he's gonna put you out too. 50 says, Diddy beat the Rico. That boy a bad man. He likes the gay John Gotti. Y'all need to stop with the gay stuff now. You're starting to get on my nerve, 50. Because nobody trolled you for impregnating the escort. You impregnated her and tried to clean her up and put her with the rest of us. You tried to clean her up and put her with the rest of us. You knew you met her as an escort. You want to get real? Let's get real. You wifed up the escort, the one that opened your mouth and you can go tinkle twinkle, because she did it too. Listen, they're called porta potty IG models. You know what you got into. You just mad because now we know. Now we know, like, damn, we feel sorry for that little boy. We feel sorry for Sire. Mom sending him to babysit every damn day for days at a time while she freaks off. She knew about substances before she met Diddy. It's no way to make her seem like an angel. That's why I'm saying this case needs to be thrown out. She is tied to Peter Nygaard. You can't put this back in a bottle. It's like toothpaste. It is out. So now you look crazy going after Diddy. Leave him alone. Take your L. Here we go, you guys. Oh, it says after Sean Combs found not guilty. Okay. It's not the judge. They're not even they're in their chambers. They called it something else here. It wasn't chambers, but they're in judges' chambers. All right. Yeah, 50 Cent, leave Diddy alone. We get it now. We understand the animosity and the hatred that y'all had towards each other. But look, she turned out to be bad news for both of y'all. So let it go. Let it go. I understand that's your baby mama. Honey, you got to go sit down, okay? I can't. I love my grandchildren with every fiber of my being. If I can, they won't have to worry about anything for the rest of their lives. I just can't babysit back to back. I need a little break. But mom's at the doctor. Let her do her thing. They stay up late. I don't know what's going on. It's called the Robe Room. Okay. What else y'all talk about? No, someone tell Rodney the update. The update is found out guilty on all charges except for 2 counts of the Mann Act, which is prostitution across state lines. Diddy wasn't asking for female dancers. I know, it's crazy. He wanted Big Black D as escorts. He also discovered the game as a what? Are you talking about the rapper?
Wow.
What? Let me read. Bunny, you just said he discovered the game as a dancer before making him famous. You're talking about Diddy? Because the game worked with 50 Cent. Child, okay, that's what they're saying in the streets. I don't know. You ain't got nothing to do with me. I was reporting to somebody else. This is crazy. It's in the past now. Let it go, 50. Let it go. But 50 Cent still hasn't let Floyd Mayweather go. There's nothing to report now. They're in chambers. Okay, got that.
Yeah.
They're just waiting. Go ahead, Perry.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that bottom part, he was saying they still waiting on the prosecution to dry their eyes and just turn in the damn letter. Like,
Perry, you're not one of those I told you so, are you?
No, but how many games do you want to play? Like, they want to act like it wasn't racial or whatnot, but this is going to, you prolonging this now is going to make it seem like you very bitter and a little bit racist. Just get with it.
Because it's an old law. It happened during Jim Crow.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying just turn in your letter. We know your letter is going to say this. Let the judge balance it out, and we'll see what he's about. But they want to prolong.
He's very biased.
We couldn't get him on RICO, but we can make him stay in here for a couple more hours.
Now, listen, somebody said Koberger admits to the Idaho unalivings. Dolores, we were all prepared to do the case. Now he gonna take a damn plea? Because I want to know what happened out of his mouth what happened that night with those college students. Listen, can you imagine? I'm 54. I'm 54 years old. Can I imagine all the life I would have missed out on if I passed away at what, 22, 23?
Yeah.
They were seniors in college.
Damn.
Yeah, this man, I want to know, and I might not ever know what was going on in his mind. That's a shame. We were already, some of the parents are upset, others aren't, because court is a grueling process. This case right here, it actually went by kind of fast. We've been on longer cases. Like, cases are long. Diddy defense is requesting $1 million bond with his mother co-sign. Give up passports. They are saying he isn't a flight risk. They said that before. Is this new? Let me see. I'm looking, y'all. I don't see nothing new. They should let this man go home. Let him go home. Oh my gosh. Look at how many people are out there. Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
They want to see
Whoa.
Diddy.
Huh?
They want to see Diddy walk out those doors.
Look how many people are there, you guys. Whoa, New York City. Wow. A lot of people. We'll see. Thank you, T Love. There's so many people, you guys. This is the trial of the century. This is the trial of this era. It still was a little worse. The OJ case was worse. Because, and if you guys remember this, I'm not lying. When they had the people outside, it was racially divided. We had white people over here. We had black people over here.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. Hi, Beatrice. Hope you're feeling better. They probably got some kind of, police presence out there, I would imagine. And that's a big area too. This is a big area. I think everybody covered this case. Do you know anybody that didn't? Everybody covered this case. I hope it just turns out good.
Even the grandbabies talked about it. Everybody.
And so what happened is, I'm old enough, and I know you're tired of hearing my old stories. I'm old enough to live through the Rodney King case, where we saw Caucasian men beating Rodney King, who is no longer with us, with a bat. When they said not guilty, this caused the riots. Now, I never heard of any riots in New York. I really haven't. But LA, Here we go. He just says, U.S. submits the letter docu-signed by Deontay Nash released. Okay, we don't care. It is a letter that wealth and influence can shield someone infidelity from accountability. It will also endanger those who cooperate under the subpoena, who are already living in fear of retaliation. Listen, we already know who these people are.
And save the bullshit too. He need to go and fix somebody's hair or something. I mean, that is the hairstyle.
No. Listen. This is a letter he wrote on July 2nd. That's today. This is what the hairdresser is writing, you guys. And let me see if I can make it bigger. Hold on. He's got a lot of damn nerve. All them people that lied on Diddy, yeah, I would be scared too. But I don't think he's going to do anything. Y'all aren't worth the spit under a person's thumbnail.
Yeah,
but you know what you did. And now here comes the guilt. Go ahead, Perry.
Yeah, I mean, because he'll be a fool to go and do something if he was just facing the reality suck in that he could have been spending the rest of his life in prison. Why would he go out there and hurt one of these people? Just never give them a job again. Huh?
This is guilt. This is guilt. All right. You guys, let me
this guy. Okay.
Yeah, the hairdresser. Let's go over this. You got a lot of nerve with your lying ass. All right. Can you see this, Pierre? Can you read this, or should I zoom in?
I can't. That shit is hard. What
Is this better?
Maybe bigger than that. You know, I'm blind.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
That's about as big as it could go.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe.
All right, let me read it to you. It says, "Dear Judge Subramanian, I am writing to express my grave concern over the prospect of Sean Combs being released from custody. While I appreciate the fairness you have shown throughout this proceeding, I feel compelled to be unequivocal about the danger he poses to the public and to the individuals who have risked everything by coming forward. Mr. Combs has a long, well-documented history of violent, coercive, and retaliatory behavior. Over the 5 years, he has repeatedly escaped meaningful accountability, and each time this has another license to continue intimidating, threatening, and harming people who challenged or exposed him. Many of us have firsthand knowledge of the fear he instills in those around him. I can say without hesitation that he is a serious and immediate threat to victims, witnesses, and the broader community. His pattern of violence, particularly while engaged in the trafficking of individuals for prostitution, combined with unchecked substance abuse. He's been in jail a whole damn year. Substance abuse makes it clear that he is not ready to re-enter society safely or responsibly. But you are, with your same drug habit. Let me keep going. To release Mr. Combs without substantial consequence would undermine the integrity of this process and send a danger message that wealth and influence can shield someone. They think they're slick. They have a black man write this letter. They have a black man write this letter because they're already saying that this is an old law used for black people. And here comes this Uncle Tom right here. He's not scared. He's the one that got paid off. And let me finish this. To release Mr. Combs without substantial consequence would undermine the integrity of his process and send a dangerous message that wealth and influence can shield someone's infidelity from accountability. It will also endanger those who cooperate with the investigation under the subpoena, who are already living in fear of retaliation. I urge you in the strongest possible terms to prioritize the safety of victims. There's no victims if you are acquitted, if you're found not guilty. What victims are you talking about? Let me keep going. Mr. Combs has countless opportunities to change, and he has chosen to instead to escalate his harmful conduct, allowing him back into the community. How now would be a profound mistake. Thank you for your time and for your commitment to protecting the public from those who repeatedly demonstrate they are unwilling to respect the law. We are respecting the law. I'm telling you right now, if Diddy is not released today, I will personally start a campaign to get this man released, and I will be screaming racism at the top of my lungs. You're going to ask one addict to write a letter to judge another addict. Now, if anybody still has the drug problem, it's your ass. Mm-hmm. Been in prison. He's not on substances anymore. He hasn't been charged with anything violent. You cannot put a man in prison because the prosecution's ego is bruised. Mm-hmm. You cannot, and the letter contradicts itself because they said no RICO, no trafficking, no substance trafficking. They said they didn't see that. But you want them to punish him anyway as if he was convicted. You better get your Uncle Tom ass out of New York as soon as possible, because I don't deal with two-faced druggies like yourself, sir. We know who you are. You was nodding at the damn testimony. You are an addict. A current addict. Who are you to ask the judge to break the law and treat him as if he was guilty. This is a prostitution charge of first offense.
And then it sounds like
this man needs to go home. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. And we're going to fight against it. I don't stand for racism under any circumstance.
Sound like he nervous. Don't let him out because I'm afraid. Well, look, whatever, dude. I mean, grow up for one. Stop being afraid. And now you somebody counselor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now you want to talk about somebody
supporting racism? What kind of black man does that? A strong. How much they pay you? How much they pay you?
And you had one update too, Sharrell.
I don't see it. Let me see here.
It says probably about 2 minutes ago, maybe on mine. It say update 2.
Sometimes it lags. Can you read it for me?
Yeah, it says update 2. Hearing that after submission just now of bail letters. So it seemed like they got the bail letters from both by Combs and the U.S. attorney. Judge will reconvene with both parties at 5 p.m. in 3 hours. So
they're playing their games.
Like
they're playing their head games.
They so upset, you know, that they didn't get this RICO. You know, you did your best, prosecution. You did your best. You just came up short. You know what I'm saying? Go and learn from your mistakes from this one. Do better next time. But now to be so bitter, you don't want the man to get bail?
Perry, I personally will put on a full-on strategic Karen Reed type of crusade. I really would, because my thing from the very beginning is I don't like the way our justice system treats our black men. I don't like it. It bothers me down to the tip of my toes. To be a black man and support racism, something wrong with you. We know what's wrong with you. You're strung out. You're strung out. All of y'all were addicts. Diddy the only one that ain't part of Puff Puff Give.
Mm-hmm.
One addict is begging for them to break the law because this man has not been charged with being violent. That's a part of those lies that those bloggers told you. That's a part of those lies. You show me a pattern of violence. That was not presented in this case. When they said no RICO, that's what it meant. You can't treat him like he was charged guilty. This is a prostitution charge to a first-time offender. Who sends someone to jail as a first-time offender? Sometimes you get out of court before the paperwork's done. This is all about the prosecutor's ego. She is the worst. Her father's the worst. The Comey family has a strong reputation of not liking your kind. They don't like your kind. This is political. Comey's bitter because he was kicked out his club. 47 don't like you. It is what it is.
Yeah. And Soul Sister is right? She said that Diddy might be a monster, but they didn't charge him from that. And she was responding to a couple things in the chat. He's a monster. He's in that. Yeah, he's a black man. He's a lot of things. He's a mogul.
Well, they think you all are monsters. You're a monster too, Perry.
Right. But the crazy part about it, and I would say this, if you got so much evidence that Diddy did all these things that you holding over his head, submit them to the feds so they can charge him on those things. You seem to know a lot about all the bad things he did and sound like you got evidence. So just turn it over to the feds and let them handle it. But until then, can this man get bail, please?
And can we get some other letters from other people? Why don't you go ask victim number 2, Jane, to write a letter.
Now he's starting to wonder, maybe I should have never took the stand. Maybe I should have stayed in the back and did some nails or something.
Someone says Perry is sweet, is cute and sweet, not a monster. Listen, Perry gets treated like a monster on a daily basis. On a daily basis. We have experienced Perry's job is he flips houses. At least on 2 occasions, we lost bids to a home because of the color of our skin.
Yeah.
She asked to see what Perry's net worth was. What? We gonna pay for the house. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
It's experienced every day. We live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and homes go like this because a lot of people from LA and Hawaii are coming over and purchasing houses with cash. So they go really quickly. Even now, with the economy's bad. We experience it. We live in nice neighborhoods. I've always lived in a gated community, and we experience racial purchasing homes on a daily basis. And you can just see it all over their face. People treat Perry like he's a monster because he's a black man with a little bit of cash. Happens every day. And unless you walk in his shoes, you won't understand it. It wasn't meant for you to understand. And it was so weird because we just got rejected a couple months ago from a home that we were overqualified for. It was something we were going to turn into an Airbnb. And if you're not conscious, you don't see the subtleties. Because they said, okay, well, we have to have, so me and Perry put a bid on the house. We were overqualified for the house. It was in a very nice gated community. And they had no idea what we were going to do with the house. It's not their business. I'm buying another house, right? And so they said, can we have a meeting with the broker, the agent, the selling agent, and was the person on the phone that was selling the house?
So when
I said, why do we need, okay, let's have the meeting. So we're in the meeting, telephone meeting. We're all on a conference call. And they say, well, there's a pool in the house. There's a pool in the house. And can you pay extra for the pool? We go, cool. They said the house that has a solar panel loan on them. Can you pay for that? We go, cool. And then the lady says, how did she say that she wanted to look at your bank account?
I was like, hey, so, what's the status? You got everything, the loan approval, everything right in front of you. Well, okay, I'm going to meet back with my clients. And, but I would like if you could just send me a copy of your bank statement today. Like, why would you need my bank statement if you got my loan approval? My loan officer was on the phone. And she still wanted this. Like, this guy, maybe like in some cases, you might want to check with a loan officer if you got a particular question. But he said none of that shit she said made sense. To me, nothing made sense. And you want me to give you my personal stuff for what? Know your role. You're a realtor. Now, F you in the house and go and tell your client that.
And he did. And that's how stayed on the market an extra month. Perry refused to buy the home. We experience racism on a daily basis. And I don't expect other races to understand. That's not your flight. That's not your life.
Sharrell, somebody said you got a CNN update. Oh, I think they just said that it's set for 5. Maybe the same thing we just read off the main.
Sean Diddy Combs' bail hearing is scheduled for 5 p.m. according to the district executive's office. Is it that scary, Submaranian? Are you just shaking in your boots? Either I have to lock this man up and face a mob of black people, those people, them over there. He's not African American at all. Or let him go home and be hated by the Southern District of New York. Pick a side.
No, Lisa said I would go to the real estate board. You know what? Like, yes, I could go through all this, but you know what? If I'm gonna buy your house, I ain't gonna have to fight.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, Perry. Now Cassie has written a letter. He needs to sue her back for that $30 million.
Oh yeah, he really do.
F you, Cassie. You ain't none but a 304. You let somebody pee in your mouth and they're treating you like this precious angelic angel, and you were down with it. They're just trying. Listen, prosecution, go get your letters. I mean, defense, go get your letters. Go get your letters. There's a lot of people outside for Team Diddy. Go get your letters. This is insane, absolutely insane that we have to go through this at this day and age. Y'all, he's in a dilemma. He's going to look extremely racist if he sends this man to jail for some old Jim Crow law. When 47 is the president, is the leader of the country, and when he got charged, he's also a felon, and y'all treating it like it's no big deal. Y'all love y'all some Hugh Hefner. Here, what was that? He had his own special substance that he used all the time and handed out like he was candy. Did anybody ever call Hugh Hefner a substance trafficker? Look what we go through. If you are in my chat and you are not African American, look, we are sitting here begging to release a man that just got charges dropped. We're begging to release a man that had the same charges as 47. He was dropped and got to go on and become the leader of the free world. We go through this on a daily basis. Even if you're from England, you don't understand. They say it's not as bad as the US. The US is just filled with that sickness called racism, and it's just going to be that way. I know for a fact till the day I am no longer here. Let me go get the grandbabies really quick.
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's the whole deal. Like, I think now, if you want to look at it, I get it. If you believed in the RICO and all that, and most of these people who believed in the RICO, all that, were saying you was following the law. At this point, should they go ahead and give this man a bail hearing and see if he can get out or not? Isn't that part of this justice system thing? Like, I understand you lost. When you go to court, it's going to be a winner, it's going to be a loser. Okay? So why can't this man just go home? Why are we still playing these petty games? Now, I'm telling you, just as a black man, that it's starting to become racial at this point. To me. Just let the man go. I mean, give him a hearing and either come with something definite, like if the man paying $1 million, if they proposing $1 million bond, giving up their passports, who gonna flee the country over these minimum charges? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
Who gonna do that? And then for the hairdresser, who gonna want to come out there and put a hit on you after already facing life imprisonment? Maybe I would never probably give you a job again or be around your ass. But these people now playing.
Karen alert. Karen alert.
Oh, well, I think he should go. Look, maybe you should go to rehab and start writing letters, right? Cassie, you said she wrote a letter too? Maybe she needs to go ahead and heal from having a baby, raise a baby, and do everything in her power to keep her man at home. Just do that.
I can't. So wrong with Perry.
I am about tired of these people.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a monster. Okay, well, treat him as one, right? Or whatever, right? Like, stop crying about the things he did. If you got so much information, the feds got a phone number, call it.
I love the chat. They're a mess, okay? Callie, what you gotta say? Oh, hold on. Someone says, I'm sorry, Sharrell, calling you out. UK is just as racist. It is? if not more. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I heard it wasn't, but I've never been there. I have family there, but I've never been there. Cassie is not one who initially got the escort because he told her he had a fantasy. She then talked these men into selling their bodies and walked away with 30 mil. She was never held captive, ever.
No, I don't think she was neither.
Cassie's scared for him to get out because she's scared he's going to want another. And she would do it. Cassie really loves Diddy, who names their child after the person you said argue.
And she's scared because what kind of excuse can I have to have my husband stay at home and watch the babies while I go and get my freak on? Because you know what? She would do that. And so I'm telling y'all, like I said before, yeah, these women could have wanted Diddy and his status, but they enjoyed getting. They enjoyed it. I want that one over there in the window. Can I get that one with the big dong? No, I want that one there. Can I have two tonight?
Perry, let's end this and come back at 5 because this is crazy. Perry, come to Atlanta. Melon and money is common. We used to live in Atlanta.
Yep, sure did.
I like Atlanta. Atlanta's hot and Atlanta was overcrowded.
285, that shit, you get stuck on there. Your AC stopped working because you stopped. That's hot.
Yeah, it's really crazy. All right, guys, we're going to try this again because I got to watch these grandkids. I'm going to feed them this time, and let's just hope they go to sleep when it's time to come back. So right now it's 11:15 our time. So what time would that be? They said 5 o'clock their time.
It's 2 o'clock our time, so we got to come back before 2.
Someone says, this is it. Why is the prostitution charge a federal offense? It's not. It's not. They're just trying to hold this man because of James and Maureen Comey.
And I think
they don't like us and our kind.
Look, I think they only made that a federal offense because you cross state lines.
Yeah.
So it would leave this state or whatever, something like that. But the law itself is just bullshit.
All right, y'all. I will come back when they make up their mind. Now, if they do it a third time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
They stalling. They're going to wait to 5, and then they want to come with something. Okay, well, let's write some letters to each other, and maybe can we
they're trying to stall because they're going to keep them locked up, and they don't want these black people getting mad. That's what's going on, you guys. They're going to keep him locked up. They don't want these darkies getting mad. Let's just go as long as we can, and maybe the crowds will fizzle out because people have jobs, people have stuff to do. Shame on you, Judge Subramanian. You are the worst. We will start our own because we're going to start our own Free Diddy movement. We're going to unite like they did for the Karen Reed case. We're going to show our presence. So we might have to go to New York because I can't sit back and allow this to happen and not say anything.
What's up, Josh?
This is just too much. I will, my 2 favorite journalists right here. You guys hit that like button. Thank you, Josh. I will start my own movement. You should not go to prison on a prostitution charge as a first-time offender because someone's ego can't take it. You lost fair and square. You tried every trick in the book. It did not work. All right, y'all. So let me go take care of these kids. And then, yes, Free Diddy. Free Diddy. We're on a movement. Free Diddy.
Free him.
Oh, I'm so scared. This is what they're really asking. Can you keep him locked up, even though he doesn't have any charges that allows him to be locked up because he's black and scary?
Book him, Dano.
This is what they're asking.
Don't let that ninja out.
Because I'm scared of him. He doesn't have a record of being violent. But look what he did to Cassie. She was out of her mind too. Did you ever ask what was in the bag and why he wanted the bag back? Can you ask Cassie why she went back? if he's so violent? Can you ask Jane that? Jane probably will get back to you a little later. She probably had a Kanye freak off right now. She's just a straight out escort.
So anyway, my poll too before we go. I said, will Diddy be home for the 4th? 64% says yes, 36 no.
Let's see, y'all. I don't trust them. When you don't like us, that's just what it is. And they will do any and everything. You are breaking the law. You are asking him to stay locked up, although there's no charges for him to be locked up for, because you're so-called scared. Cassie, you are the worst. You already got $30 million. What more do you want? You're the worst. Girl, go have Alex pee in your mouth, okay? You're nasty. She's nasty. She's nasty.
And it
All right,
came up.
y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Yep. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.